Cliff the Rocket Man here. Not working on rockets today. We're on vacation, so we're catching up on a few videos. Been doing some lawnmower stuff lately. So I'm on a small engine run here since all my lanterns are caught up. Here, I'll show you what I'm working on today, and we'll talk just a little bit about this thing. Here's my little, this is a 1964 Briggs and Stratton 2 horsepower. It was on an edger, and this is a co-worker. He finally gave it to me, but I worked on this edger. I welded the blade shield on and fixed the recoil on it. And over the years, and I'd give it back to him, and he'd use it for a couple more years, and he finally upgraded to something else, and so he gave me the whole the edger and everything. So I threw the edger away. It was worn out. Took the blade off it, and of course kept the engine. But so if you got one of these that don't start, that's kind of what this video is about, is how to get one of these old things running, because a lot of them, they've sat in barns and sheds for years and years, and you might want to drag it out. I do. If I see an old engine, I got to get it running. So I'll run this here in a minute, but what I wanted to talk about is some things on them that if you want to get one of these little buggers running. Let's see here. We'll start with the carburetor, and this is a newer 5 horsepower, but it's pretty much the same design as that one. It's just a air cleaner, just so you this is the engine side. Air filter goes on here. There's your choke. Vent tube, which that one doesn't have. 64, they didn't vent them much at all. But here's things, before I forget, talk about spark on these. Now this one has points and condenser and a coil, just kind of like this one. And I tell you what, I've probably been working on them. This is just a hobby, not a career by any means. I've probably never had a set of points and condenser go bad on one of these. The spark has never been a problem with Briggs and Strattons, at least on these old ones. That would be a whole video of how to set the or put new points and condenser in an old Briggs and Stratton, and set the gaps and set the gap again on the coil, because you have to pull the flywheel off, and that's generally not too easy, but it can be done. If I get bored, I may do a video on that, but I may seems like most of the problem is fuel related, so I got a newer style. This is off with 5 horsepower. They're called Pulsa Jets because they have a fuel pump here. This one does not use that. It's the Pulsa Jets generally for the bigger tank, where this only has the 1-quart tank on it. So, but anyway, the screen here. Check this tube. If you're not getting fuel, say if you pour a little gas in the top of it and it'll fire for a minute, that generally, and then it quits. I would that would point me in this direction there at this screen. Make sure this tube is clear, and here's the jet right there. That actually just fits down in here in the very bottom of it. And it screws out just the same way, just smaller hole. Make sure that's clear, so you're kind of following where the fuel goes. Then you got the nut and the washer to seat the jet. Let's see here. This goes over the top of it. Okay, just kind of like that. And then it's threaded for the jet. Make sure this is all clear there. And this sets your mixture here. It doesn't have an idle circuit. These just have a high-speed circuit, and you're just going to have to find a happy medium between idle and full speed on these. Let's see, other things. That pretty much covers that. The carburetor, make sure you're clean there. And the gas tank's clean. It doesn't take too much to plug this filter up. I think on this old one, it's actually brass. If you got fire, then the next place to look is compression. That's pretty easy. Just turn the crank a little bit. If you've got no compression, pull the hat off and see if if a valve's hung up on it. A little bit of WD-40 and some work, they'll usually loosen right up, and it should run. Here's a couple other little things about these. Now this one has the old tube muffler on it. If you don't like the noise, here's a nice little muffler you can put on them. Let's see, other little things. Let's just get this little thing to go here. This one's a little noisy. I ought to put you aside away from the muffler a little bit. See if we can get this thing going. There we go. Oh, one more time. Give it a little bit more gas. One more time. There we go. Never hurts to throw a spark plug in them, but do look up the right spark plug. How you do it, Briggs and Stratton, or there's other sites that do have diagrams back into the I've got them as back as 57. Here's your model number on this. This is a can't hardly read it, but 22289, and then no, wait a sec, no, 68. I was wrong. This is 1968. Anyway, there's the model number right there. They move them around. Tecumseh has them in a different place, and the Tecumseh's use an entirely different carburetor. It's just I enjoy messing with these every once in a while, smelling up the garage, smelling Cliff up a little bit. There's your little video on a few things to work on the old Briggs and Stratton engines. Anyway, that's it for today. Cliff out.